All right, everybody, welcome back to another episode of Sneakers and Up. I am the co-host Dante, and today we have an insider visitor, Mr. Jeremy, man. Say what's up. Tell the people.
What's going on,
tell the people a little bit about you and what you can say.
Oh boy, inside information. Well, I'm actually not allowed to say any of that because. So a little bit about myself. Me and Dante met working in retail like 5 years ago now. Been a minute.
Yeah, it's been that long.
Yeah, it's been a while. Working for Asics back in the day. Easiest job I ever had. Oof. Now though, still working in retail. A little different company. You may have heard of it. It's Nike.
You may have heard of it. You may have heard of it.
Yeah, you may have heard. They're in the news here and there. Yeah, I work at a Nike store out here outside of SAC. Run the footwear department over there. Help run the footwear department over there. Been there going on 2 years next month. So as far as inside information goes, I don't have too much of it that I can share. Got to make clear for sure that I don't speak on behalf of Nike. These are my own opinions. These do not represent Nike. Obviously, they probably don't even know who I am. Oh, and no, I'm not the plug. I cannot help you get through on sneakers. I'm sorry.
No, now don't get me wrong. I have asked him once or twice before for some highly anticipated pairs, and he straight up told me he could not do it. So, unfortunately,
I still have people that like.
That's
my favorite thing is like the follow up to like, oh, what do you do? Oh, I work for Nike. Oh, cool. So you got me? No, I don't. It's not how that works. I had people hit me like for off whites and like Kobe's and stuff like that. And I'm like, dude, I have trouble getting those. I'm not gonna get you a pair.
Let's just say it like this though. I mean, just to put it out there so that way people know and understand that you do not work at a I don't work like a flagship store.
Yeah, no. I work at a factory store. I mean,
you work at an outlet.
Yeah, like we don't get releases or nothing like that.
Boom. There you go.
But I get calls about that a lot too. Like I got a call yesterday. It's a whole different subject, the amount of calls that we get. But I got a call yesterday. Somebody's asking if we had the University Blue ones, and I was like, yeah, the shoe that sold out last weekend. No, we don't. The shoe that's selling for 3 times over retail. Yeah, no, we don't have that one right now.
You know.
It is what it is, man. Everybody's trying to get into the game.
Yep, that is what it is.
Yep.
All right, so now they got the little introduction to you. And like he said, disclaimer for everything that we talk about today, he is not speaking on behalf of Nike. He's only speaking on behalf of himself. We're just putting that disclaimer out there. And he does, just fun fact, this is take 2, by the way.
Oh, yeah.
So we did a take 1. It actually had some really good content. We had a good time doing it. But, Mac decides to update overnight, and I wasn't paying attention and deleted that entire video.
About a 2.5 hour episode.
Yeah, it was about 2.5 hours. Yeah. So let's go here. But I did change up the content a little bit this time. Well, actually, I think the follow-up content, majority of it is different. Sure. But the sneakers, I changed the majority of them.
Yeah. I mean, listen, you know me. I could talk about shoes hours on end, man. We could do this for days.
And we did that.
We did.
We're going to do it again.
Yeah.
Right. All right. So first and foremost, everybody come on the show. We doing what you rocking, what you watching. So go ahead, sir. What you rocking, what you watching?
Something simple today. Just some Airmax 97 GRs. It's navy with a gold swoosh. I usually try to coordinate somewhat.
Are those the Olympic ones?
Nah, these came out a couple years ago. This wasn't like the Olympic pack that came out last year or anything like that.
Oh, that was suede.
Yeah, it was like, the suede on uppers. Yeah. I don't think navy was the color. There was another different shade of blue.
It was,
looks like it though.
Almost like a royal blue.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so just something simple, Airmax month going on. I got quite a few that I try to pull out here and there. What I'm watching, I'm still on. We talked about this in take 1, the super fan season of The Office on Peacock.
Yes.
So yes. I'm still running through that. WandaVision's over now, so I'm gonna have time to get through that. New season of Last Chance U just dropped, basketball, which is near and dear to my heart, being a JUCO basketball player myself. So I'm definitely gonna dive into that once I get some time off for sure. That's probably gonna be the first thing on the binge watch list.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so I mean, obviously I could just click on it and start watching it myself, but what is it about?
So Last Chance U, so it started at as a football show, and they were profiling like a national junior college football program in Mississippi, I believe.
Okay.
And they did 2 seasons on them, and it's just about like the title Last Chance U came from like the guys that wound up at that JUCO that made it like a powerhouse JUCO. They were kickbacks from like D1 schools, and they get kicked out of like a D1 school for just various stuff, grades, breaking the law.
Oh, so not field performance.
Yeah, exactly. Not yeah. So that's why that's where the title came from of last chance. Like these are these guys' last chance to try and play college football.
Okay, so you're saying they're nice on the field though?
Absolutely, man. Those
or
first
on the court.
Yeah, no. Now I haven't checked the basketball one, but I'm sure it's cool. The program it's a little different now this season for basketball and the last football season. It did a little different than the California junior colleges, which is super different than like the national ones across the country. Because a lot of people don't know California junior colleges, they don't do like scholarships or anything like that.
Oh.
So yeah, it's just like you grinding.
Right.
At national JUCOs, they still have money to give you. It's not like making bank, but like they'll still take care of you tuition wise, room and board, get you on a meal plan and stuff like that.
Oh, and for those listening that don't know, JUCO is junior college.
Yeah, junior college. Sorry, I say JUCO. I'm a JUCO alumni myself, playing college basketball up and down the state. That's why the program they're doing right now, ELAC, Eastern Los Angeles College. I actually played against them way back in the day, and they're nice.
Okay.
Nice.
Okay.
And that's what the thing is too. That's point of last chance too is they prefer to do like a storied program, a team that's going to win because they don't want to watch teams lose. They're not spending all that money following you around a camera crew to be like, man, this team went 5-12. But yeah, I say all that to say I'm looking forward to that for sure.
Okay. You watching anything else, or is that it for now?
Man, yeah, just the Office reruns, man. For me, a lot of my TV stuff goes towards the end of the day, so I just watch it till I'm falling asleep. So it's hard for me to really dive into something new when I know I'm gonna fall asleep in the middle of something.
Right.
So I just try and do a lot of reruns.
Right. Okay, that makes sense. I mean, I do the same thing.
Yeah.
Simpsons, Big Bang Theory, and The Office.
There you go. Yeah.
But not in that order.
Right.
So for me, man, it's been a minute since I've had an episode. So I got some sneakers to tell y'all about.
Yes.
So I think they're called the China Jade, the LeBron 8s, the ones that came out only in China. Empire,
I think it was,
Emperor Jade or
Emperor
something
Jade,
like that.
Yeah. The red
so
hair.
Yep. So rock those. I rocked the Neon 4s the last time you were here. I did the Texas A&M Ultra Boost. Today I wore the Jordan 3 court purple.
Seen those, yep.
Yep, and then right now I'm rocking the Reebok Question Bubba Chuck. One of my favorite questions. I love these things, man. I look down every time.
Can't go wrong with questions, man.
No. And what I'm watching. So, full disclaimer, I hurt my back a couple weeks ago. So I have been no exercise, no nothing. You can probably tell on camera. But no exercise, no nothing. So I have been watching a lot of TV, a lot of stuff while I'm stretching and trying to do all that. So Apple TV had me in. So Ted Lasso, hella funny.
Really?
Hella funny. Stupid funny.
Gotcha. I've seen the previews for it on Apple TV here and there.
Stupid funny. Hella funny.
Yeah.
Loved it. Central Park.
Okay.
On Apple TV. I also like that because I like animated. Like adult animated comedies.
Sure.
Like Bob's Burgers.
Mm-hmm.
Love Bob's Burgers. Love Bob's Burgers. There's also another one called Try on Apple TV that I watch.
Okay.
Let's see what else we got. Disney Plus, Finish WandaVision. What else, man? I have to watch a lot. I started watching Cherry today on Apple TV.
Sidebar, let me ask about WandaVision real quick. Since I haven't gotten into it, you know we're both Marvel fans. Where does that rank for you, like tier-wise in the MCU?
It's different.
It's different? Okay.
It's different.
Okay.
It is a different take on it. It's, there's no real, like, point antagonist.
Yeah.
There's no real bad guy.
Yeah.
Like, you can justify everyone for making the decisions that they've made. So, and that's different in itself. Their approach is completely different.
Right.
So, it's different. I like how they did this.
Yeah, that's what I've heard a lot. Like, it's different, but in like a really good way. Like they obviously they know what they're doing over there.
Oh.
So yeah,
big
I'm just curious for my own info because, like I said, that's something I'm for sure that's on the binge
watch
list.
It's highly entertaining.
Yeah.
It's highly, especially if you're binge watching. It's highly entertaining.
Yeah.
Because yeah, I'm just gonna leave it at that. Because I mean, I think, Disney and Marvel, they got the cheat codes, man.
Oh, absolutely.
They got the cheat codes.
Absolutely.
Because with it being so long without a Marvel movie, having these come finally like back to back, it's given us, the fix that we need.
Right. We got Falcon and Winter Soldier starting too in like a week or two, I think.
This coming week.
Exactly.
On the 19th.
Yep.
I'm on it.
Yeah, I'm there.
On
I'm
it.
there. Absolutely.
I guess I'll leave it. I've watched a bunch of movies.
Yeah.
Cherry. Cherry. I couldn't finish it.
Okay.
It was a little too close to home. Not necessarily for me as far as going to war.
Yeah.
But I wasn't in that thick of it.
Right.
But it was. I seen a lot of people go through that as well.
Sure.
And then tidbits of it were kind of like some of my kind of like my experience. The mindset was the same.
Yeah, it's tough seeing that in a movie too when it's like for like acting and like dramatic purposes.
Well, I mean, he did a good job.
No, I'm sure.
Yeah,
Tom
Holland.
Yeah,
he did a good job.
No, yeah, he's great.
But it was just it was a good job. So
right.
You know what I mean. But anyway, so there's plenty more movies and TV shows that I watch, but I'll leave it at that.
Yeah.
That's all I got for what you rocking, what you watching.
I forgot to mention Chappelle's Show back on Netflix. I think.
Oh yeah. You talked about it last time.
Yeah, I'm back in there for sure. Dave Chappelle, my favorite comic, legend. I've seen each show, each episode, multiple times on over. I have the box set DVDs I would watch before it was even on Netflix. So like I'm always tapped in. I'm always down to rewatch Chappelle's Show.
Coming to America 2.
Yes, I haven't seen it yet. I'm assuming you have, judging by your reaction.
Tiana Taylor.
Yeah. She's special.
Goodness.
Top tier.
A plus.
Yeah, no, she's elite. She's elite.
And but you know what's funny though is that when she was younger, Byron, like she was still cool. Like you can tell, obviously she aged from that.
Yeah.
Her facial features hadn't changed too much, but I don't know what it is. But like now, wow.
Yeah.
Wow. When I saw her, I was like, hot damn.
Yeah, she's special, man.
The entire time in that movie, I'm thinking, what the hell is this dude thinking? Why is he? Oh, you haven't seen it?
No, I haven't seen it.
Anyway, but yeah.
I mean, my thing,
I'm going to leave it there. So
I'm a huge fan of the original, for sure. The sequel, I'm more just like, yo, who asked for this?
Walk into it for entertainment.
Yeah, no, for sure.
If you go into it for any other reason, it's just like with any sequel.
Yeah.
Or almost any sequel is going to fall short.
Well, especially, too, what do you think of it through the lens of this is 30 years later? Like, they're not there to, like, connect any dots. Like, this is clearly just, like, an entertainment thing. A lot of them got together just like, hey, I know we said never do this, but let's do it.
There are a ton of cameos.
Yeah.
So, I mean, for me, that's really what it was all about.
For sure.
Seeing the people back in there, just seeing them.
They filmed it at Rick Ross' house. Like, that's a cameo in itself.
Damn.
Yeah.
Damn.
Right.
That I did not know.
Yeah.
Wow. That's his house?
I don't think that I don't know if the entire movie was, but like his house played like a huge part in like the filming and like principal photography and stuff.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
Must be nice.
Yeah. Man. But yeah, so Coming to America 2, it was dope. It was a good watch.
Yeah.
Definitely a good watch. Tom and Jerry,
always.
another good watch.
Yeah.
Rewatch King Kong with Skull Island and Godzilla King of the Monsters.
That's right, prepping for the
final
Lyte. Yep.
So, but I mean, like I said, there's a bunch. 4 weeks is a long time to be down.
No, I'm sure.
So I got a lot in as far as watching. I mean, I was working the entire time. That's why it's taking so long, judgy people. But that's the reason why.
Right.
But anyway, so we're gonna jump into it now. Finally, for those of you who are just like, shut up.
Yeah, sorry.
Nah,
I say that as not a big TV watcher, but you talk about this forever too.
I know. Well, which one? I mean, we're here to talk.
Right.
All right. So heat, sleep, and nah is what we're gonna go over. Heat, sleep, or nah. Heat, it is dope. You want to get it. Hopefully you can get it for under retail, if not retail. Sleep, you can give it. You'll try for it. If you don't get it, it is what it is. And nah, get it out of here. I'm not gonna try. I'm gonna sleep in on the sneakers that. Yeah. I mean, I'm not catching W's on that anyway, so it don't matter.
Plead the fifth.
Hold on. Okay, wait a minute now. You can't. Now I know you can't say nothing about this.
Okay. You're gonna ask me about it anyway, though I can't say anything about it.
Yep. I sure.
Okay.
What the hell?
Yeah,
right, I'm gonna ask you. So whatever algorithm Nike got, or whatever blockers that are in place or something.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm just gonna say it like this. Okay. I got 2 phones.
Yep.
2 different phone numbers.
Yep.
2 different addresses.
One for the plug, one for... Never mind, keep going.
No, not the plug, not the plug. Just to kind of heighten my chances, okay?
Right, of course.
I mean, there's people who go on podcasts and say they got 10 phones and desktops and whatever.
Girlfriend accounts, mom
Yeah,
accounts,
yeah,
all that stuff.
exactly.
Yeah, no, I get it.
So I have 2.
Uh-huh.
Tell me why. Oh, don't tell me why. But so I use my personal phone that I've had for the longest time, like the longest time. I think it's been 15 or 16 years, I think, or whenever it started.
Yeah.
And I will go on there first, and I will put in not a draw, just a regular purchase.
Right.
I go in there first, right? Like the 4s, the taupe 4s.
Uh-huh.
I tried for those on my account.
Yeah.
As soon as I was done, I tried on my other phone from another account that's like in a different state, same size, same everything afterwards. Sure. That one went through, mine did not. What is going on? You know what it, you know, I'm destined to think that they stopped me purchasing because of my military discount.
Hey man, objectively speaking, I don't know if that's the case. I could see where you're going with that train of thought. I have no hand in the sneaker stuff, how that all works. I do have, it was even before I was working for Nike. I had a suspicion that it was all like algorithm based. Like I don't really hit on sneakers very much. I don't try for a lot of stuff with sneakers. Most times I'm pretty well tapped into, not even with my job, but like I know where to go to get certain things. Like honestly, I better like winning raffles at like the local Foot Locker or Champ, stuff like that. Right.
We gotta talk about that Flex account too, by the way.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
Anyway, go ahead.
But like, and for me too, like on top of that, with everything, with the resale market being what it is, and a lot of stuff just not flipping like that. A lot of times we get returns at our store. You know that we discussed this. So most of the times I just try and see if it comes in at the store in my size, and that way I get my discount on it, which I don't on sneakers. So I'll just wait and see if that happens. You know what I mean?
Right.
But if I really like the shoe, I go for it on sneakers just so I can make sure I have a pair, so I'm held down no matter what. But I think the algorithm for sure. Like there was a time I was hitting on sneakers, and then I was able to get them either A at the store or B on my swoosh account. Like they would sit long enough on sneakers to go to .com, and once it goes to .com, that's where I can get my discount. Nike.com is what I'm saying. Right. So I would return the pair from sneakers to the store. And sneakers would say like, yo, you've hit on 3 things in the last month and you returned all of them. Right. So that's why I'm just like, oh yeah, I'm messing everything up. But like, I can't resell it because that's how you get fired. For those of you guys that don't know. So I'm not into that. So I'm just like, I'm just going to return it and get my money back, do the ethical thing. Or just like, if I was just like, yo, have this pair for free. But like, I don't have that kind of money, so I don't do that.
See, and that's where my dilemma is too, because I had to return stuff off of sneakers. And mainly because, I mean, with sneakers nowadays, let's just call it what it is, right? So, I like sneakers, you know this. Yeah. I have a lot of sneakers. Actually, I'm about a third of what I had a year ago.
Yeah, no, I met you, man. This is nothing.
So, but I was returning stuff because I was losing the weight, and I had to figure out what size I wore. Right. But, so if they release a Jordan 6 on the sneakers app, where am I going to go? That's a decent price to buy a pair of 6s to try them on. Nowhere. Yeah. So I have to go on the sneakers app. So I have to guess.
Guess and check, yeah.
So I have to guess. Right. So I guess wrong. I'm not gonna keep a sneaker, but I'm not a big reseller though. I don't really like it.
Not my thing.
I mean, I'm not. I contribute with it because it exists. Yeah. If it didn't exist, I wouldn't be selling them. Right. You know what I mean? I wouldn't be going out of my way. The only reason why I sell at all is because it already exists. Right. So, but anyway,
and it's easy.
So I gotta return stuff.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I'm not gonna keep it and sell it on StockX. You know, potentially at a loss. Right. Just because screw that. I'm returning it.
Right. It's quicker that way too. Get your money
and Nike should not be hurting me because I'm returning sneakers that don't fit. Because y'all could resell those. Right. You could just put them right back into the market and sell like that. They just don't fit me. Right. Whack. All right. Anyway, we'll get into the Flex account later, the FLX Foot Locker. Yeah. Let's get into the Heat Sleeper now before people start hanging up on us.
Yeah, because we're not the only ones with sneakers problems. They don't know about that.
Facts, big facts. All right, so the first one. Oh, hold on, shut down on me. Give me 1 second. Okay, there we go. All right, so the first one is going to be the Reebok Adidas collaboration ZX Pump. So, what are you thinking about this?
This is objectively speaking. I know Nike hits you with direct deposit twice a month, so you might think I'm obligated to say this, but I'm just not really into the Reebok pump like this. This model of it. I really like this color scheme. Don't get me wrong. I think this colorway is solid, but like silhouette wise, I'm cool. It's gonna be a nah.
Okay.
I know you Bach boys over here, so I'm curious to hear your thoughts.
You know what? Let's be fair though. You can see I got a little bit of everything.
Absolutely. No, it's always been diverse with you.
The these ones are enough for me.
Okay.
And I'm gonna tell you why. Because if this was just a Reebok pump, then I would be a little bit more accepted for it. But it does have the torsion system sole from the ZX.
Got it. Okay, because I was curious where the Adidas came in.
It was just the torsion system and the logo.
Okay, because technically everything Reebok does in the Adidas collab, since Adidas owns them. That's where I was like, this. So that's the thing too, is I can't see the torsion system. It just looks like a standard Reebok pump. So.
Right, but they're selling them.
Right. Yeah, they are. Yeah.
So now this would have damn near been a heat for me if they would have made these a boost, like the other boost pumps.
That seems like a miss. Because if you're gonna do the Adidas thing, do the legit Adidas thing.
The most significant thing with Adidas is boost.
Absolutely.
And what's funny is that I don't. By now, everybody should know, but Adidas didn't originate boost.
Okay.
I don't know if you knew, but Puma was the first one to put it inside of a shoe.
To do like the energy return.
Yep.
Foam.
But actually, it was it even looked exactly like a boost. But Kanye West wore it when he was up at Adidas, so there it goes.
Exactly.
All right, so you said not for you, and then a not for me. All right, so the next one is going to be, hold on 1 second. I'm down over here.
Uh-oh.
Technical difficulties, people. No, nothing? All right, so let's go over here. We can make this work.
There we go.
Now, next up, we got Airmax 95 Lebron.
Okay, so you know this about me. I love mismatched shoes.
Yep.
I've actually started with LeBron. I was in 7th grade when he did that first with his sevens with the Harbor Classic Cavs uniforms, one blue, one orange. That was the first time I saw that, and I was like mind blown. I'm like, yo, that's crazy. Like I was in middle school wearing 2 different pairs of shoes, not even mismatched ones, just because I saw LeBron do that.
Right.
Dumb as hell, but I mean, I was 12, man. Give me a break. So I say that to say, my thing, I'm a huge fan of 95s. I'm a Celtics fan, near and dear to my heart, so I just can't do anything Laker colorways.
Okay.
So I'm going to say this is going to be a sleep. It's the idea of it is heat, for sure. Like the Air Max 95, the mismatch, the LeBron on the tongue, all that is absolute fire. But the purple and the yellow, I'm going to have to sleep on it.
Okay, that's fair. For me, these are also going to be a sleep. I will try for them.
Okay.
And which is crazy because I am a Knicks fan.
Right.
So I should, by default, hate the Lakers.
Sure.
However, actually I did until LeBron went there. I like LeBron.
Yeah, no, me too.
So LeBron kind of swayed me over. The fact that purple is basically their secondary color.
Sure.
So, because I'll be honest with you, I love the purple one.
Yeah, that's the thing for me too. With like the Laker colors, I like purple and yellow like by themselves individually, but as soon as you mix them, I can't do it.
Right, I'm the same way. So for these, I would try for these. I really would. So I'll try for them. It's gonna be a sleep because if I don't hit, I probably won't need them.
Yeah.
All right, so let's get over here. Next one is going to be, excuse me, Asics Gel Lyte 3. And I think it has been dubbed the flight jacket.
Ah. Can't call it undefeated, huh? No, I'm kidding. I know why they can't.
Right.
Okay, for me, obviously we mentioned this. We met at Asics. We both had, actually I didn't have any prior to working there. You had plenty of Gel Lytes before you started working there with me.
That's the reason why I got the job.
Yeah, they say, you came in with the Gel Lytes. We're like, all right, cool, we can find a spot for you. For me, like, I still have some, I've got rid of a few, but it's mainly, like, I'm just going to have to go with a nah for a couple reasons. A, I'm not really wearing anything that's not Nike these days.
Well, yeah.
Nah, that's not really to be on purpose, too. Like, I still have, like I said, I still have Gel Lytes, I still have Boosts, I still have all that stuff, but, like, most of the time, working 40 hours a week, I'm wearing Nikes at work. Obviously, and outside of the work, I'm not doing a whole lot these days because there's a whole pandemic going on. So I'm just.
Oh, tell me about that.
Yeah,
No.
yeah. I don't know if you know that. I gotta explain that to people here and there that come into my store too. It's fun. So it's a I mean, I'm a huge fan of Jet Lights. This colorway though, if I was still wearing Jet Lights, I probably would still stay away from it just because I know the history of this colorway, like the flight jacket, and like I joked about being undefeated with olive green and orange and everything like that. We've talked about this. I'm not a huge earth tone guy.
Oh yeah.
So that's just not really
yeah.
not really in my wardrobe, not really my my shtick. So it's more so a nah for the colorway. Like I'm gonna be a fan of Jet Light 3s forever, but I'm gonna go with nah just because that colorway's not it for me.
Okay. These for me are gonna be. I'll put it like this. I think they're dope. I think they're heat.
Sure.
But I would try for them. If I don't hit for retail, then I'm not stressing.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna go after them.
Absolutely.
I mean, Asics right now is sitting dolo, so I wouldn't be surprised if I was able to get this with my military discount on Asics.com.
I was gonna say, even then, like we know just from history, like if it's not a collab, man, you're gonna be able to find it.
Facts.
Like even if it is a collab, depending on who, as long as it's not Ronnie Fight, you could probably still find it for around retail.
Very true.
So, but the GRs though, man, you're gonna have plenty of opportunities for that.
Yeah, I mean the GRs, especially lately with the Asics that I've gotten, I got like what 30-40% off.
Yeah.
So I mean, why pay retail, right? Especially for GR. But I love Asics though.
Couldn't be me.
All right, so the next one, they publicized the picture of it. Jordan 1, Travis Scott, Fragment.
This is an official picture?
No.
This is a mock-up?
No. Well, it is the official shoe.
Okay, gotcha.
It's just one of those ones where like they saw it, they snapped the picture.
Sure. Okay. Okay, so independent of me already knowing, there's no way I'm ever going to be able to get these on sneakers for retail. Like I'm sure I can get them because nothing's ever sold out. It's just how much you want to pay for it.
Yeah.
These are tough. These are probably one of the better collabs from him, in my opinion. I don't have too many favorite collabs from him that I really went crazy over. I think the only ones I really liked were the 4s.
Okay.
The blue 4s. I know we talked about you weren't a fan of those. I like those ones a lot. That's probably my favorite one he's done. The purple friends and family ones are actually like the ones, capital T, like the ones. The ones though, like the actual retro ones that he's done, I haven't really cared for because earth tones again, just not my thing. And then he did an Airmax too, the 270 that like.
You were talking about earth tones.
People look like they wore that to Astroworld first, and then he sold them.
But I heard though, if you clean them, all that junk comes off.
Why do I gotta clean them if they're brand new?
Oh, I get what you're saying. Because I said the same thing.
Yeah, I'm not doing that, man.
I do like the fact though that I mean I understand the thought of it because Cactus Jack way out there in the wilderness and all that stuff. I get that. That's cool. I do like the fact though that the sneaker is not permanently like that.
No, yeah, that's cool. Yeah, you can do something to it.
So there was the theme that it came with, and
and isn't that one too? Didn't it come with a stencil where you can like customize like the swoosh on it? I think I don't know if that was the adult pairs, but I heard that with like the kids pairs, it came with like a stencil where you can like adjust like the swoosh on it, like you can like paint your own swoosh on it. Oh no! Again, yeah, sorry, I'm the wrong guy to talk to you about Travis Scott details. It's not. I haven't gone for any of them or really been super interested in too many of them aside from those 4s. Long story short, these ones, they're one of the better ones he's done, but it's probably still going to be a sleep for me because of, obviously, I'm not going to be able to get them for sure on sneakers. That's just going to be mission impossible. I do like what they did. I actually, you know what? I'm not going to stop. I like the colorway. The cream and the blue, like it's simple, it's neutral, it's better than the earth tones he's gone with. But that backwards swoosh, man, I just don't like it on Jordans. Like,
that's fair.
This is another contention point of mine. Like, we've talked about this. I gotta stop saying we've talked about this because people don't know we've talked about this.
Right.
Despite only being 25 years old, Jordans to me are kind of like sacred. I don't really like a lot of like updated modifications to make them more modern.
Oh yeah.
I like them just like give me the OGs. That's what Michael played in. That's how these things really got popping off. Is like the classic colorways. Don't need to put a backward swoosh on it. Don't need to make it a low top. Don't need to put flying it on it. Just like give me the classics.
I feel it. I like all of it.
Okay.
Bring me the buffet.
Okay.
Bring it. Because there's something for everybody.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? And then I mean, that's just two different point of views.
Yeah,
really.
no, for sure.
So for me, it's bring me the buffet.
Yeah.
So like for this sneaker, this to me is a no.
Okay.
I don't like it. I don't like it for what it is. I think that there's only so much you can do with the one.
Right.
But I don't like it.
I
do like the different
say,
color blocking though. I like the different color blocking that we don't typically see on a one.
Correct. We don't. That's nice that it's different. I will say though, as far as the backward swoosh on it though, I don't like it on the one, but I think you're seeing in a lot of newer models that they've done between him and like what Virgil's done with Off-White is they're making a conscious effort to not just slap a swoosh on there.
Right.
Like they're trying to do different things with the swoosh.
Yeah.
So I applaud that kind of effort, man, but just keep it off of Jordans, man. Those things are sacred to me. Again, I say as a 25-year-old that's not trying to be a gatekeeper, just my own opinion.
Yeah. And then me as 11 years older than you, bring me the buffet.
Right.
I want it all.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Like to each their own. I
right.
get it, but yeah, it's just for me, man. I'm a classic guy when it comes to the retros.
Nah, all good. So for me, these are a miss. Again, because the resale world exists, I will try for them.
Sure.
But because like I like the brown ones.
Okay.
The brown and the low top. So I don't know if you can see them there, but I do have 2 brown boxes.
Yep, I do.
And then if you look down, I also have the olive green 6s.
Mm-hmm.
Those ones are one of my favorites.
Yeah,
I worn those so many times.
Yeah,
I love olive green.
Yeah,
I'm gonna. People can't really see too much. Maybe they can, but they can't see up. That's 1, 2, 3, 4 black boxes right there of undefeated 97s. I love olive.
Yeah, no,
I love olive. So, okay. So anyway, those are enough for me. Let's go down here. All right, so now we're gonna get into Jordan 10 Mocha. So I'm gonna start off with this one because sure. Mocha, it's a brown. Mm-hmm. I'm pretty sure everyone already knows that you're gonna go at least a sleep. I think these are heat.
Okay.
I think these are absolute fire. They got the purple on there.
Yep.
I do kind of wish though that they didn't have the purple speckle on the midsole.
Yeah.
I kind of wish they would have left that alone.
Yeah.
But I will be buying these.
I can barely see it. I think the logo on the back looks like it's a different color too. Like
it's red.
It's red. The red Jumpman on there. Okay.
That one, I don't know because
I feel like it would have looked better if they did red throughout instead of the purple.
Don't say that.
Okay.
If they would have changed the Jumpman to purple.
Well, yeah, they could have done that, or they could have changed the lining and the stripes on the sole to red.
Don't say that.
Okay.
They just did that with the toe 4s.
Yeah, they could have done it on 10.
No, man, be different. Remember buffet? Switch it up.
No, that's fair. That's fair. 10s aren't people's favorites to begin with.
And that's why I am fully hoping to cop these at retail. And then if I get them in hand and they are amazing, I might buy a second pair. I like these.
You might be able to, man. I'm a 10 guy. I like 10s. 10s are actually my first pair of Jordans that I bought with my own money.
Okay.
So they're always gonna hold like a nostalgic value to me for that.
Right.
This colorway, you could have concluded, it's gonna be a nah for me. Not an earth tone guy. I feel like it would have looked better if they made it like the toe 4s with that color blocking and like the red instead of the purple, because like I feel like purple and earth tone just doesn't really go too great. It's different, absolutely, but like that's just not really something that I would experiment with. I would prefer just a purple, because like I said, I love purple on shoes. Like if this was going back to classics, if they just dropped the Sacramento Kings 10s, then yes, I'm all over those.
Oh, bruh.
But
wow.
But since they want to experiment, I'm just gonna have to sit this one out.
I'm all in.
Yeah, no, I know you are.
I'm all in. Let's do it.
No, for sure. This is definitely a Dante shoe.
Yes.
Oh yeah, speaking of Dante shoes.
No, don't say that. Don't say that. All right, we're all gonna talk about them, but I wanted to jump down a little bit.
Okay.
All right, so the next one is gonna be Comme des Garcons, Foamposite 1.
Mm-hmm.
Can I start this one off?
Go ahead, man.
Nah. But that is a nah with I applaud the fact that they switched up the Foamposite mold.
Absolutely.
I do like that.
Yeah.
Now, I wish they would have done something different. Not crop circles.
You don't want to be hypnotized?
No.
Okay.
No, I do not. So I have to say that I appreciate that they switched it up. They're not going to get any more money with either one of these. One's all black, one's all white.
Mm-hmm.
They could have done something different with that.
Yeah.
You know what they need to do is they need to bring back the what was it actually called? Like the candy red color, metallic red.
Mm-hmm.
Oh man, I had those. I loved those.
See, I never had a pair of foams just because size 13 is a whole lot of shoe. I'm not sure how to look on my feet.
So those are buoys.
Yeah, there's been some great colorways that I've really liked, but like with the retail being higher and me having big feet, I've usually just been like, yeah.
I had so many foams.
Yeah, no, they were the wave for sure.
So many foams.
They were the wave, absolutely.
Well, I had them. I started getting a couple right before the wave hit.
Yeah.
At least around on the social media then, but at least on websites and stuff like that.
Right.
Okay, let me say it again. Before the All-Star foams.
Before the Galaxy foams changed everything.
Yep.
Right.
Before the foams, I had a couple. I wasn't really that big into it, but then they started coming out with better ones.
Right.
So then I started buying more.
Yeah, no, they went on a run, man. I remember like that pink pair came out when I was in high school. I was like, yo, I need those.
Ooh, the Cameron joints?
Yeah, couldn't get those obviously.
I had them too. I bought them for me and for my wife at the time.
Oh yeah?
Oh yeah. Had to. Speaking of All-Star sneakers, today we are, for those listening, we are doing top 5 favorite All-Star sneakers for today.
Oh boy, I can't wait for that.
And that actually just came off the top of my head.
That's fine. We can do that. Absolutely.
Well, no, not right now, but like right before you showed up, I was like, oh shit. Because I just realized that All-Star weekend was like last weekend.
Post All-Star weekend, All-Star day, or whatever it was.
Yeah, so we'll talk about that though.
Yeah. Back to these foams. Yeah, gonna be a nah for me. Like we said, the same thought.
Are you allowed to say no?
Yeah, no, I can say no.
Okay.
I have to say, okay, I can't say, like, I can't call them trash. Not that I think these are trash, sorry. But, like, the politically correct term.
That you will not try. Oh, no.
I don't prefer these.
There you go.
So, which I don't. Like, I appreciate them doing something different with the mold and instead of just, like, the traditional color blocking. Like, that's something I feel like you should do with the collab. That's what collabs are for.
Right.
You try and experiment, do something different, put your own stamp on it.
Yep.
And Comme des Garcons has had a decent run of just like simple collabs with them with the black and the white colorways. That's kind of been their thing, even with the Chucks too. The Chucks were a big hit when they put the heart on the Chucks. But yeah, no, I'm good. And I'm sure too with it being a collab, I'm sure the retail is going to be even higher.
Which you're probably looking at $250.
Yeah,
easy.
Yeah, easy. And for me, that's just I'm cool.
Comme des Garcons, I would have liked to have seen. I think they're the one. I think we mentioned this last time. I think they're the ones with the hearts. They do the hearts. I would have liked to have seen them do like a little heart. Their little like slanted heart, like inside the mold, on like, but not very predominant.
Yeah. Just like a hidden detail.
Yeah, like sure. Like in the corner, or maybe like the back half, like the back panel of the shoe, like over where the Achilles is.
Yeah,
like that. I think that would have been dope.
Instead of like the penny logo.
Yeah,
that probably been crazy.
Or instead of all the crop circles.
Well, yeah, that too. Yeah.
I don't know. It looking at the pictures, they just look messy.
Yeah.
That's just me.
Yeah.
All right, so the next one is gonna be. I grabbed a couple colorways for people watching. Is a black and green pair, and then an all blue pair with white soles. Bathing Ape, Bapestas. What are you thinking about these?
I'm glad Bapes are coming back. They were a big deal when I was again showing my age when I was in middle school, and Soulja Boy came out and did his thing. Yeah, exactly. Superman that well with the Bapes. Obviously, with them being very similar to Forces, they're classics. But these ones aren't for me. I'm not a fan of Forces or these Bapes to begin with. I'm just the thick midsole doesn't really do it for me. Especially like I said, I got big feet. It's gonna look a little weird to me, and I'm tall enough. I don't need a thick midsole to be taller. Yeah. I do like the colorways though. Like these look solid. These are good shoes, but like this is just not something I'm really gonna put on my feet. And to the retail, I believe for these is not great for being an Air Force One lookalike.
True, very true. These to me, the sneaker itself is a sleep for me. I do like them, but it depends on the colorway. Sure. The colors that we're looking at now are not.
Okay.
The colors that I'm looking at right now are not. And we mentioned it before, but the DC and the DC ones, the Batman and Superman joints,
right?
Those are heat.
Absolutely.
I'm not gonna buy them.
Sure.
Because the retail is like, I think I saw like $250, $300.
Nope.
Not doing it.
Nope. Sitting out that one.
Especially with that type of sneaker, as soon as you wear it, it creases.
Yeah, absolutely.
So
yeah.
I just can't do it.
And that's the difference too with Forces being $90 usually for the adult pairs is when they're $90 you crease them, scuff them, just get a new pair.
Exactly.
I'm not doing that when they're $250.
Exactly. Yeah. All right. So the next one is going to be the Nike Cosmic Unity Pack. Now we can just talk about real quick your take on them. Heat sleeping now, but then I have a question.
Sure. Go for it.
Did you watch the All-Star game?
I did.
Okay.
I was at work, but I recorded it and watched it the next day because I'm a loser.
Okay. All right. Okay, so your take on the Cosmic Unity Pack?
Heat.
Okay.
Absolute heat. 400 degrees in the oven, fire.
Okay.
Huge fan. I love what they're doing with the recycled material, recycled all that stuff, trying to push towards zero emissions. Yep. I like what they're doing with all that.
Was that Crater, right? Yeah,
the Crater technology and like the recycled foam and like fly weave or yarn materials. Man, I don't know all the technical terms. I should. Sorry, Nike, if you're watching, which that'd be sick.
Facts.
I really like the shoes. Obviously, as a basketball guy, that's how I got into sneakers, is the basketball shoes. I've actually had a couple guys I used to play with, my trainer too. They all hit me and asked me about these because Anthony Davis was wearing these beginning of the season. And a lot of people thought that was like his signature, and I was just like, big guys don't get signature shoes, but it's pretty awesome. But yeah. So I say all to say, absolute fire. I like the actual Space Hippie colorway the best. The gray with like the orange on the tab, not the blue and green one, the third colorway. I like that colorway the best. I'm gonna try and shoot for them if I can get my discount on them. If they sit long enough, that'd be great. Not doing too much hooping these days, but if I do, I'm definitely gonna try and get a pair of these for sure. I'm also excited about the tech in them. You know this about me being a big tech guy. Right. The tech in them looks like they'd make these like a performance beast, and I'm all about that.
I really want to put them on foot and at least try them out.
Sure.
These, and I'm actually, I'm going to talk about them real quick, but the Jordan 35, I really want to try Jordan 35.
35, yeah.
Yeah. So, but, okay, so now for me, I think these are asleep with potential for heat depending on the colorway.
Yeah. Yeah, I can see that.
I really like the shape of them. I like the fact that there is shoe.
Mm-hmm.
So to me, this is like I'm just gonna say it like this, but like a how do you say it? A cheaper version, like a basketball sneaker for like a LeBron player.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like it doesn't have all the gusto of it being a LeBron, but it is a regular basketball sneaker that looks sturdy.
See, I thought this is like evolution of like a Kobe.
Right.
Well, simple and to the point with enough tech that you can't really see, you know?
Right. And the only reason why I didn't compare Kobe's because Kobe likes soccer, so his are very minimalistic.
Yeah, yeah.
So that's the only reason why I didn't go there.
Yeah, these aren't quite as minimal, but as far as the low top goes and like the tech in them, I feel like that's something they would have done with. Well, actually, I take that back. He might be more, yeah, with them being, he wasn't much for cushion. He was more just like he threw a lot in an insole and called it a day.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So, so for me, these are asleep with the potential to be heat. Depending on the colorway, I do want to try them on. So after I put them on foot, I mean that could change to a straight heat.
They're comfortable, man, for sure. I like I said, I've been doing this long enough where I can see the tech in shoes. I can guess if this is gonna work or not. And the tech in those is crazy. With a lot of people, I'm sure you guys. I'm not sure if anybody follows guys like Wear Testers or Kick Genius or guys like that to do
Nightwing.
Nightwing, yeah, great dude.
Yeah,
great dude. He's actually came in the store a couple times since he's moved out here recently from the Bay. But yeah, great guy, does a great job on his channel. If you guys haven't seen it, if you're into stuff like that, check it out. He reviews all brands, not even just Nike, all kinds of basketball sneakers. But I will say,
real quick, a little plug for him. He's got his own shoe.
He does. That's right. That's right. He does.
Yeah.
Congrats to him on that. I don't know him at all, but that's awesome. Anytime somebody can do something like that, just building their own platform and expanding like that, that's awesome.
I'm trying to stay up to see because I mean, with just like Sire Brand, and I've missed on a couple of Mosh ones. But I at least want to do one to two per every, normal person, just to show love.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah, so the regular guys. And like, especially the guys that know what they're doing. You know what I mean? Like, there's not enough guys like that. Like, you can't take that for granted.
Well, let me put it like this, because they do it for the love.
Yeah, exactly.
They do it
exactly.
For the love.
They're in it for the same reasons as me and you were in it.
Yep.
So.
Exactly, and that's the reason why I like to support.
Absolutely. Absolutely. I hear you. to the tech in these though, like, so it has full length zoom strobel, which is evolution of the Zoom Air in the shoes. So this is first debuted on the KD12. KD12.
Okay.
The Zoom strobel. Most of KD shoes have zoom to this point, I believe. Yep. At least definitely the more ones in recent years, but the 12 was the first time they took out. So when you have a full length zoom bag and you have the insole of the shoe, there's a piece in the middle. It's called a strobel board to keep everything stable for like torsion control, and so you're not just stepping completely on the airbag and popping the airbag. So they changed it to where they took the strobel board out and stitched the airbag directly under your foot, but like they tuned it in a way to where it's still durable and not going to just explode anytime you put your weight on it. So it's basically you're just walking on full length zoom, like there's just less room between you and the full length zoom. And I'm already a huge fan of full length zoom to begin with in basketball shoes. So you put it closer to my foot, I'm all in.
I'm at minimum, I'm gonna have to get a pair, at least try.
Yeah, absolutely.
At minimum.
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. So the next one is going to be. I think I scrolled past it by accident. A little too far. No. All right. So the next one's gonna be the Jimmy Fallon shoe, the Nike Flyease.
Flyease.
So I mean, just off of GP, these are a heat for me. Just for what they are, what they stand for, who they're for.
Right.
I like that they did this. I personally think and hope that they make 1 million in one of these.
Yeah, absolutely. That's what it's gonna come down to for me too.
Yeah, because I'm not trying first day.
No.
I do want these because, I mean, just like everybody else, and it's got nothing to do with, I mean, hell, half the time my sneakers are already laced anyway. I just throw my foot in them.
Yeah, or where I'm unlaced.
Yeah, or where I'm unlaced. So for me, this is great. You know, if I got to run to the car real quick.
Right.
And I mean, I am probably unlike most people. I do not like sandals outside. I do not like open-toed anything.
You don't do like slides or anything like that?
Nah, around the house.
Yeah.
I got to think about being barefoot. So every time I walk to the car, I throw something on.
Gotcha.
Every time. And this is great for that.
Yeah, absolutely.
Right by the front door, boom.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Definitely.
You know what I mean? And I can run in them.
Yep.
You know what I mean?
Good.
So they're good. So I really do want a pair of these. I really like what they are, but I'm not trying first day.
No. Absolutely not.
If we can get enough attention, if we have enough attention on this platform, as far as IG goes, I would actually like to buy a pair and then donate them.
Yeah, absolutely.
Like do a giveaway, something. I would like to. So I mean, you heard it here. Probably be the first giveaway. I mean, as long as they're not $200.
Yeah, we'll see. Yeah, well, I'm actually not too sure the retail of those off the top of my head.
I mean, realistically, I would like to see them at 80 since there's no real tech in them.
Right, it's just a hinge.
Exactly.
Yeah.
So I'd like to see them at 80. If they did them at 80, oh my God.
Yeah.
But they're probably going to be around 120, 130.
That was my initial guess, was like 120.
Yeah. So, I mean, which isn't bad, but at the same time, I mean, because I love what these are.
Yeah, absolutely.
And then you come out with better colorways too.
Yeah, no, I'm sure they will.
There's 3 so far. The all black joint is extremely plain to me. Obviously.
Yeah.
There's a majority black that has like green and red, I think, or a couple of colors, which is cool. Not crazy enough though if you're gonna throw those kind of colors on there.
Sure.
And then the Vault colorway, which to me by far is the best one.
Yeah, absolutely. I would agree.
So we'll see. So to me, these are a heat.
Yeah.
What are you feeling?
I would say heat, same reasons you mentioned, but heat with an asterisk in that I'm not looking to cop them because I'd rather they go to somebody that needs them.
What if they came out with a lot of pairs?
Well, if they came out with a lot of pairs, I would have to see price point if I really need them, because I don't mind, like I wear slides here and there. I don't mind, like I have a lot of cozy shoes to begin with. I'm a huge fan of stuff like that, so like it isn't necessarily a need. I really more so rather just hopefully with these being a bunch of supply, there won't be any resale value to them, but it'll go towards the people that need them. Like we're already getting calls at my store asking about these. Like the day after this ad went viral on Twitter, like 2 or 3 weeks ago, I think.
Yeah.
Like I was getting calls the next day asking about these because like there's definitely demand for them, and like this is the first time they've made a Flyease shoe that you don't even have to bend down for. Like Flyease is something they've been putting in shoes here and there.
Yep.
But like the evolution of this to where you just slip your foot in and there's a hinge that they're trying to get a patent for it, or where like the hinge you put your weight on it and just clips the shoe for you, so you don't have to tie them or pull a strap or anything like that.
Well,
like,
and that's what always got me. So like the MX90, Flyease is the closest thing to this.
Yeah.
So I mean, because that one has, it just looks a little weird, but
yeah,
that one has almost like a a very soft, like a vinyl heel counter.
Yep.
With kind of like an upper wing that you step on.
Yeah, it's like a shoehorn kind of thing.
Yeah, to lower the back down so you can slip your foot out.
Yep.
So I mean that's cool too, and I like the fact that the top the same, so it looks like an Airmax 90.
Right.
But those aren't these. And
No.
This is a hinge. This is, I like this.
This is like, I don't want to say as simple as possible, but this is, I can't think of anything to make it more simple than this. I'm sure Nike will come up with something next year because that's what they do. The evolution of this kind of stuff is crazy. They never try to stop innovating, and that's not a plug. That's just like objectively speaking. Like,
right.
They keep trying to innovate.
No, they do.
So,
they do, and they have a lot of misses, but when they hit, they hit.
So this is definitely a hit for sure. Flyease always does well in the niche market that it's in, but with this being a niche shoe, I hope people that don't need it don't take advantage of it and try and flip it.
People who don't need it, stay away at the beginning. Just stay away at the beginning. Resellers, please stay away at the beginning. Give these about a month to sit. Let, you know what I mean? Let people who, because you got to think about it, man. A lot of people who are that disabled, they get paid once a month.
Yeah, they're probably like been dreaming about a shoe like this.
Yeah, this is gonna change lives.
Yeah, absolutely.
For real.
Yeah.
Oh, damn, it's twice. All right. So okay, so we'll get off of that one. The next one is gonna be the Airmax 1. I believe it's called the Evolution Swoosh.
Okay.
For Airmax month.
Okay. Is this Airmax Day release?
I don't know if it's an Airmax Day release.
I see a 3 on the back. I wonder if that's 326.
It is 326.
Okay, got you.
So I mean, what do you think? What are you feeling?
Initially, it's a lot of white on a shoe. I'm not the biggest fan of white shoes.
Right.
I can make exceptions here and there. I don't think I'll make an exception for this one. This probably falls more into the sleep category. Independent of the white, I also like. I don't like how the mudguard on it is like segmented in the color blocking.
Yeah.
I'd rather just have a solid mudguard. Even then on the midsole too, that was kind of weird how they did over the heel bubble. It's like a racing stripe. I don't think this colorway is bad. Like it's pretty neutral with a little hit of like teal and red. Like that's a tough colorway to mess up, but like the details of that is gonna make it a sleep for me.
The heel counter does look 3M though.
It
that
does.
Gray looks 3M.
Yes, and the swoosh itself too. I'm not gonna say it's like. It's not glow in the dark, I don't think, but like that material is different. It's not quite jelly, but like it's not leather.
It's like a milky.
Yeah, it's not synthetic.
Like a cloudy plastic.
Yeah, it looks like it's got a different feel to it. So that's always cool. I'm pretty sure they do stuff like that for Airmax Day when they drop like premium product for that, which as they should with it being Airmax Day. But the color blocking on this is I'm gonna sit this one out for sure.
The only thing that draws me to this sneaker is that check.
Yeah.
That's it.
That's the first thing I saw.
Yeah.
That check's crazy.
That's the only thing that draws me to the sneaker. I agree with you. I don't care for the mudguard.
Yeah.
Something like this, I would probably try for, depending. I'd probably try for it just to get it in hand.
Sure.
But this is one of those things that's going to screw up my sneakers account because in hand I probably won't like it and I'll have to return it.
Yeah.
So, I mean, but that's where it's at now.
Right.
You have to buy everything.
Yep. That's the way it goes.
So, now, speaking of Airmax month, so for me, I'll say these are asleep.
Yeah, I would say.
Because I'll try, but I'll most likely never return.
Yeah, I'll say more sleep just because I'm a huge fan of Airmax 1s to begin with. If that mudguard was different, it'd probably be a heat for me.
Yeah, if the mudguard in general was just a different color.
Yeah.
I mean, even if it was just like all.
If it was
rays.
all one of those, yeah, I don't need 4 of them on one mudguard, right next to each other.
Man, what such a miss.
And I don't know if you see. Do you see the toe box too? How it's got the lines.
Yeah.
I wonder if that has something to do with, because that reminds me of Airmax 98. So I don't know if that has something to do with like.
Well, that's true because it does have the Airmax 3 I think it's called now up at the top.
Yep.
I stays.
Yep. Yeah, the Airmax 3 / Airmax 90.
Yep.
Yep.
I don't know what. Yeah, I mean I get it, but I don't know. Why switch it now?
Just trying to make it nostalgic, man. Just trying to make it nostalgic.
Yeah. Oh. Okay. Now Airmax month, Airmax Day. Excuse me. I haven't seen too much about it.
No, I haven't either. The only thing that I saw is they're dropping the Bacons again on Airmax Day itself.
That to me is not a big enough oomph for Airmax Day.
If that's the only one, yeah. I would like to think they're going to come with more. I would like to think, but I think they just look for something like. I'm not a huge fan of Bacons to begin with. I love the 90s. I love that color scheme, but like the Bacons themselves, like I'm just, especially too with the hype around them now, that's probably going to be really tough to get. But when you look at something like that, I think when did those drop? Like 04, 06?
Something like that.
Yeah, and that's the only time they dropped. So like I could see bringing something like that back.
Yeah, for the
X amount of years later.
Meat market.
Yeah, exactly. So like that's great. But yeah, that in it as it being a standalone release for Air Max Day, especially when the pandemic kind of ruined Air Max Day last year. I don't know what the plans were, but there was nothing crazy that came off Air Max Day last year because that was like a week post everything getting shut down.
Right.
So I would look for them to come back with something hard, but I haven't really seen anything other than Bacons.
I mean, to me, they already did two of the most iconic traditional sneakers already with the MX95 Neon and the MX90 Infrared.
Yeah.
They've already done those.
Yeah.
So, I mean, to me, I would have lost my shit if they did not release those yet and release them for MX month.
Yeah.
Like, I would have.
I miss the most about the Air Max Day stuff is they had a really good run of doing like limited Nike ID stuff.
Yeah, that was going to be my next.
They're coordinated with Air Max Day. And they used to do that for more than just Air Max Day. They don't really do that for anything anymore. Honestly, there's not a whole lot of quick strike IDs like there used to be. So that's something that I really miss is that the limited stuff like that.
I really miss the fact that they did not put LeBron's 16s on ID. I would have went crazy.
Yeah.
I would have.
Yeah.
Well, depending on the options.
Nike ID, the way it's evolved, has been very interesting to see.
At one point, I had 80 pairs of IDs.
No, you were the ID guy. Absolutely.
I had 80 pairs of IDs.
Yeah.
And I loved every single one.
Yeah, they're all crazy.
I don't
think you missed on a single one that I saw.
I think I have 3 now. And that's only because those were the only ones that were for nostalgia purposes.
Right.
And those are the ones that I kept.
Yeah, absolutely.
And they don't even fit.
I mean, I got a few. I got 80. I would say I'm probably pushing 20, 25. But a lot of them, though, like, I have to go on eBay and find, like, older IDs. Like, I sent you Kobe ones that I got because, like, a lot of... yeah, it was crazy. But a lot of the IDs that I have are older ones because the new IDs that they have, it's just, like, it's not the same as the old ones. So I'd rather just go get this stuff. Because back then, too, when they were coming out with all these crazy IDs, I didn't have the money.
Right.
So that's just a whole ethos of mine when it comes to shoes. If I ain't got the money and I get the money, I'm going to go back and get the stuff I missed out on, which is tough to do with IDs.
But the options back then...
were nuts.
Were crazy.
Nuts. I have a crazy, and I'm trying to preface this with crazy in retrospect to what the shoe is, of a Flyknit Air Max HTM ID. Oh, whoops, I just hit the mic, my fault. The HTM ID, which a Flyknit Air Max, super comfortable shoe, but like nobody's like losing their minds over it. But every time I wear like this limited ID of it, everyone's just like, yo, what are those? Where'd you get those? You got those here? And I was like, these are 5 years old. These are out for a week. Nobody else got them.
You know what I miss and what they need to bring back? And I know we should be off topic here, but the Air Max 1 Flyknit.
Yeah, I got the Safari ID of those. I had to go back and get.
Those were so comfortable. Yeah. The sole was amazing.
Yeah, it was not a regular Air Max sole. I don't know what they did with that, but that was nuts.
It was incredibly comfortable. Yeah. That was just thinking I could wear all day long.
Yeah, no, it was the 90 Flyknit too. I just actually wore my pair of those the other day, and I was just like, oh yeah, I missed these.
That and then and which it's kind of disappointing to me, but the Air Force One Flyknit.
Yeah. The sole and those are different.
Crazy comfortable.
The sole and those are different too.
Yeah, I don't know what they're doing. Why are they not?
I realize I'm contradicting myself by saying too about the retros. How please don't do anything different to the retros, but please put Flyknit on the Air Maxes. But I'm sorry.
Well, I mean, but
I'm a man of contradictions.
Well, I mean, but I get it with the. So now let's go to your point. The Jordan 3 Flyknit.
No.
I liked.
I'm sure it's great. I'm sure it's comfortable. I'm a huge Flyknit guy. You know that.
It was not comfortable.
It was not
felt
comfortable.
Like a 3.
Okay.
How are you gonna have a Flyknit with leather interior?
Well, they used to do that with Kobe's, not leather, but like they would like back the Flyknit with fuse.
Right, with fuse.
So, but
this is leather.
It was still stiff. Like it wasn't like running Flyknit. You know what I mean?
It was the Flyknit was only there for the look.
Yeah, no, absolutely.
The Flyknit did nothing.
Yeah.
I was highly upset.
Yeah. No, I don't blame you. That I never even went for them just because again, leave me alone with all the updated retros. But that seemed like a pump fake for sure.
Yeah, and I was highly upset once I got them in, and then they ran big.
Yeah,
so it wasn't even like in the regular size.
Flyknit does that, and they probably upped the price because it was Flyknit too.
Yeah.
Yeah, that'll do it.
Because that was, I think the Flyknit one, I think that was an All-Star release one of those years.
The black pair, I believe so. Yeah.
Because that was the only one that actually came out.
Yeah. Yeah, they dropped a couple pairs of the ones, but I was
Flyknit one. Those were comfortable too.
Yeah.
Something about the Flyknits, man.
Yeah.
They were mad comfortable.
Flyknit was the wave, man. I miss it a lot.
Yeah, they. I mean, maybe don't go crazy. I mean, I would have liked to have seen some different colors.
Yeah.
The retro colors are cool, but again, there's the retro colors. Because I mean, up here where we live, it's hot. It gets hot in the summertime.
Absolutely.
hot,
Yep.
triple digits hot.
Yep.
So that's why I have all my Saya Vultures. All those are basically like the kind of like the Flyknit material. The same idea.
Right.
All those all ventilated, all that stuff. That's why Ultra Boost all ventilated.
Yep.
I'm ready.
You know, summertime is almost strictly Flyknits for me.
No J's. All my J's are going.
Yeah, that's all. That's wintertime.
They're retired.
Jeans and sweats. Yeah.
For real.
Yep.
All right. So Airmax Day. Okay. So what's the next topic there? The
Adidas golden ticket.
we're gonna have to skip that one. I was supposed to read what it was, but I actually forgot. So
I was gonna say I haven't heard anything about that. But
so basically, the idea is that there's a golden ticket. I haven't figured out how you get it, but essentially, it's supposed to guarantee you availability to cop all the exclusive pairs for like a year.
Really?
Yeah. So like all the Yeezys and all the limited edition.
They're gonna put that. They're gonna put that in like an Adidas that nobody wants, just to be like, oh man, you guys missed it.
Yeah.
Sorry, we didn't get away exclusive stuff like that.
Right. Although I do have to say though, and I'm not a fan of the torsion control system, but I did get those Krusty Burger. What is that? ZX 10,000. The upper is actually extremely comfortable on the top of the foot.
Yeah.
It like it hugs my foot well. The torsion system, I'm not a fan of.
Nah, it's just our support, and I don't really. I'm not running a marathon. Like I don't really look for that with like everyday sneakers.
Right. I mean, just to me though, it's just for me, it's not it.
Yeah, I would agree.
So again, that was my bad. I didn't look too much into it beforehand. I got sidetracked with a bunch of other stuff. Because I actually just saw that maybe about an hour before you got here.
I was gonna say, the Nike guy knows nothing about that. So
right, but the idea of it though, I like the idea.
If it's how you describe that sounds great, but if we're looking at it from the corporate perspective, man, there's too many holes in that for me.
So many.
Yeah,
so many. Okay, so now I want to touch up a little bit on. We don't have to talk about the trophy ones just because we all know what that is. But the Nike VP, I know you can't say too much about it. Everyone knows what the situation is. The only reason I'm bringing this up is because the reaction from the resellers is killing me.
Well, give me some of the reactions because I'm not too tapped in with that either.
So resellers are getting upset about people asking them about this type of situation. They're like, don't talk to me about it. I'm tired of hearing about it. Da, 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 da. That's one of your peers, man. If you are not buying one pair for yourself, if you're buying in bulk to resell to other people,
if you're posing on your deck with thousands of shoes,
oh man, I mean that is your reseller peer.
Yeah,
own it, love it, live it.
I think a lot of it. If I had to guess, again, I'm not tapped in with anybody's reactions like this, but they probably wish they were in his position because like he's the one that looks dumb for messing up the bag. They would be like, "Yo, if I had that kind of plug, I would shut up." Like I wish I had that kind of plug.
Real.
No, I don't wish. Sorry, the reseller, hypothetically them. I don't. Well, I would load that kind of plug, yes, but I wouldn't blow it on using a corporate card to drive around the country and resell.
I mean, I get it. I understand, but there's no need for the money.
My biggest thing, and this is a larger issue with my generation, the dude called Bloomberg to do an article on him. He asked for this attention.
Oh, yeah.
And then it blew up, and he's like, oh, yeah, no, don't ever contact me again. And the reporter's like, I'm still publishing this article, dude. Sorry.
Right.
I can't imagine, too, and this is, I'm trying to be objective about this. So the reselling rules for an employee, very simple. Don't resell or you're fired.
Right.
And you can buy things for people. You have a list of people that get your employee discount, family members, stuff like that. And if they resell with your discount, you're getting fired too if that ever comes back to you. So objectively, like I was kind of like, I can see how the VP's son would get away with this because she's high enough to where they could just overlook things like that. I'm told too, apparently, somebody else super high up, like in her position of like the GM of like product management in North America. I don't know the exact title, but it's something super high up in Beaverton. Was one of his followers on Instagram. So like he knew. Like there's people out there that knew. And again, I'm not implicating anybody of this. Like I get it. I'm more so on the idea of you had the plug of plugs and you couldn't like keep your mouth shut. You had to be like, yo, write an article about me so everybody could see what I'm doing. And what's crazy too, with the age he is, like, I think he's like early 20s, so close to my age.
Right.
None of people my age are reading fucking Bloomberg.
Yeah.
Like, we don't care.
I'm 10 years old. I'm not reading Bloomberg.
Right. Like, his mom's friends are probably reading Bloomberg.
Right.
But, like, so what are you calling these guys for? Who cares? Like, you should have just sat down and ate your food, bro.
Yeah.
That's how I feel. And I more so, too, like, the arrogance that came through in that article of just, like, oh, yeah, I grew up in Portland, so if you know the right people, you can accomplish a lot of things. And I'm just like, yeah, the people like your mother?
Right.
Like...
That's crazy.
That's my reaction to it, man. Like, I heard a lot of things about just, apparently, I don't know, because I'm not tapped in with the resale world, but, like, that kid would be on Twitter, like, bragging about how he did it all himself and had no help from his parents, and he built this himself, and he just had a hunch that he should drop out of college and pursue his passion, which is taking shoes from people that actually like them and reselling them for profit. So, just that kind of, the way he worded that, like, I don't find stuff like that to be accidental. And I do have some sympathy for his mom, regardless of if they knew, if they were ignoring what was going on or not. Some sympathy for his mom to work for a company for 25 years as a woman and work your way up in a male-dominated field, only have your kid want to get attention and blow it for you.
See,
that sounds tough.
That's where we differ.
Okay.
So I don't feel sorry for her because there's no way she could not have known.
No, I'm sure she did. But, like, I would assume...
Then
I would assume
to it.
No, bro. So I would assume two sides here. She knows about it, but because she's powerful enough to be like, it's my son, it's not a big deal, or maybe that's just what they do up there. Once you get to corporate, you're Teflon. I don't know.
Apparently not.
Yeah, maybe. I mean, you might have been if Bloomberg didn't find out about it.
True, very true, very true. I mean, he did blow his whole situation.
Yeah,
he
absolutely.
Been set for the longest time.
Like he's the one who blew it. She didn't blow it.
Right.
So that's where it comes from for me.
Okay.
Is where
I get what you're saying.
it's just like,
because he didn't keep his mouth shut.
Yeah, exactly. Like, and if the mom is getting it clear with Nike, because they said that in the article too, that like the mom disclosed information that they felt was relevant to Nike back in like 2018. So that's where it comes for me, is like, yo, she's worked her way up. I'm sure she's worked. I don't even know. I can't even imagine the politics that go into working your way up there in Beaverton. Right. Like, it's a very elite club, and then to work your way to like, you're like number 3 for North America for Nike. Like, that's serious.
That's crazy.
That's serious. So, and then to have your son take it away and you're out in the next week, that's where I would sympathize with.
See, I would have absolutely loved to be in his position, not even for reselling.
Yeah.
For
me.
Exactly. His mom was, like you said, number 3.
Me.
There is nothing you can't get.
No. Absolutely. Dude, if when they said in the article that like, oh yeah, he had a hunch that somebody had 4 pairs of Airmax in a storage locker. Like, yeah, I wonder where you got that hunch from.
Right. But I mean, I would have wanted just, man.
Yeah.
Every single one of them, I would have literally had doubles of everything that I wanted.
I would have absolutely used bots and all that to get stuff for me. Right. What I want. Like, that way, like, that guarantees I'm never missing out on anything. Because I'm sure the people up there, I don't know.
Well, you don't
can't
even
speculate.
Need bots. She's the people. All she has to do
That's
is
what I'm
say,
saying.
hey,
Is the people up there, they have access to stuff. Like, I've heard different things that I can't really get too specific about on mic. But, like, the people that work in Beaverton, the stuff that happens on that campus and, like, the stores there, the stuff that shows up there, the warehouses there, like, it's hard to miss out on that.
Right. Yeah. It's crazy.
Yeah.
It's crazy. That was the only reason why I was upset about the whole thing. Whatever they are dealing with now, that's off of their own doing.
Yeah.
I'm just, I would just be the most upset about the fact that I just lost my plug for sneakers, because I'm almost positive that they didn't have to pay for them.
I'm sure they did.
I mean, not.
I'm sure the discount was there.
Not what I have to pay for.
Yeah, right. Yeah, of course.
I mean, they don't have to pay what I'm paying.
Yeah.
It's really what I'm getting at.
And I will say all that to say this too, the disclaimer. I don't think this kid was messing up chances for like anybody on sneakers either. Because I saw a lot of that reaction that like, oh, Nike's doing this on purpose. Like,
oh, they said
this is a money laundering scheme because Nike's taking money that they're paying an employee and they're putting it back into sneakers. So Nike's making the profit and the kid is making the profit. I'm like, I don't think it's that large of a scale. I think this was just one kid, because like there's plenty of resellers out there. Like, this one kid is not making any difference for you. It's just who he's related to why it's an issue.
Right.
So
no, in that part I can agree with that.
Yeah,
I can see that. I don't know that whole situation, but my whole thing was the reaction from the resellers, from the fellow resellers, is cracking me up. Anytime I hop on social media and I see any reseller getting upset, I find it comical.
Without knowing anything, I would just have to assume it's jealousy because they wish they were in that spot.
Oh yeah,
that'd be my guess.
Oh yeah.
Which I don't blame him. I wish I was in that spot. Not resell it, but like the plug. I would absolutely do because, but I'm different though because I love the sneakers.
Right. Exactly. So I mean, but even if you were like the VP though, and you said, hey, I want 3 pairs of this one, 3 different sizes. I want one for me and one for my boy and one for whomever.
Right.
That's not a big deal.
Right.
That's not a big deal. Right. But when you start asking for 10, 20, 30 pairs.
When you're running up a $200K tab on a credit card, it's kind of a big deal. Especially when it has your mom's name on the card. Because that's the other thing too about the discount stuff. When you have your employee, like your list of like family members and stuff, if like my hypothetical son that I don't have was going to a store and buying stuff and they're like, yo, I have an employee purchase, my dad's name, Jeremy Dexter, employee number, XYZ, his name would pop up.
Right.
They check your ID, and then the card you pay with has to be your card.
Right.
So that's why I wonder is how he went to these outlets, and then it was just like, oh, this isn't your card. Maybe it could have been one of those cards you got a joint name in.
A lot of people don't check their IDs anymore.
They're supposed to. So that's the thing, though. They're supposed to, especially too, like, I would assume if it's a store you've never been to before, like if you're driving around the country and like you're going to the outlet in Louisiana that he was saying was going to.
Well, that would be flagged in the system.
You would think, yeah. You would think so. And I'm not, again, it's pure speculation. I don't know. I'm just like from an employee perspective, I know like family members that go in and shop, like they have to ask for your ID, they check your card, make sure you're paying with your card. So I wonder how he got around all that personally, because he could have just been buying stuff without the discount. But there's really no point in doing that if you could get the discount. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I get it. I get it.
Yeah, I say all to say this, man. Stop reaching for it.
All right, so the next one we're gonna do is: are you ready for your top 5 All-Star releases?
I can freestyle it. Yeah.
Okay, because I'm gonna freestyle a little bit myself.
Okay. Want to go 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5? How do you want to do it?
Do you want to go in order, or do you just, because we haven't had time to sit this down, do you want to just?
Because we're freestyling, let's just go like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Okay. So in no particular order.
Yeah, sure. Let's do it that way.
Okay. So do you want to go back and forth, or do you want me to do all mine and then you do all yours?
Go ahead. You 5.
All right. So.
Sorry if we overlap. We have the same podcast. We didn't prepare this.
We honestly did not.
Yeah.
Okay. So my number 1, and this is for all of the reasons that you probably are not thinking of, but the Galaxy phones.
Sure.
Galaxy phones, because of the abstract art on it. I love Galaxy print.
Yeah, absolutely.
For the longest time until my new work computer, Galaxy print has always been my computer screensaver background.
Okay.
Always, and on my phones too.
Nice.
Always. I love Galaxy print, the stars, constellations. So when they put that on the sneaker, because obviously purple, purple, blues, pinks, when they mix up. I
remember the Galaxy apparel that came with that too. Like not even the Nike apparel, but like the cheap like knockoff like Galaxy sweatsuits.
Oh
because of those shoes. Like that started like a serious wave.
Yep. So Galaxy phones for me were my number 1.
Okay.
Number 2, and I mean very unoriginal. My second one is the Soul Collector Galaxy Rookies.
Okay, that's pretty original with them being limited.
Right.
There's not a lot of hype around them. Nobody really knows too much about them.
Right. But, So the Soul Collector Galaxy Rookies.
Yeah, that's crazy.
I had both of those.
Yep.
So
I remember.
Galaxy Rookies were too small. Foamposite got too big.
Right.
But then they also got too high in price. And I mean, I'm from the hood. If I don't want the smoke, I'm not wearing them sneakers. And I don't want the smoke. I had a son, so I got rid of it.
The last thing you hear is what size you wear.
Yep. Exactly. So I'm good. So I got rid of them.
Sure.
So number 1, number 2, number 3. I'm trying to decide, or if I want to tie it, but it's going to be LeBron 9 Big Bang.
Sure.
KD 4 Galaxy.
Okay.
Okay. So I'm gonna tie those.
Sure.
I'm gonna tie those.
3A, 3B.
Yep. Number 4 is gonna be the Barkley Posits.
Oh, the Galaxy
from the Area 72.
The next year, yeah. Got you.
Area 72. It has still kind of like that whole concept,
mm-hmm.
But then it doesn't.
Yeah.
And then for my number 5, and it by no means this is not the Nike ones just happen to stick out the most to me.
Yeah. That's the ones I'm gonna remember too.
Yeah, really, and it's really from those 2 years because those 2 years were like
absolutely
the pinnacle of All Star.
Yeah.
Man, I'm trying to think of the 5th one. I think I'm gonna go Air Force One Area 72.
Was that the lunar one?
Yep, Air Force One Lunar.
Okay.
I love that one.
Yeah, Lunar Forces were crazy
with the little ray gun guy on it.
Yep.
Yeah, because I didn't care too much. I didn't care too much for the KD 5s.
I have those actually, and I'm not that I don't care for them, but I can't remember the last time I wore
them. Yeah. I love the idea of the LeBron 10s for the Area 72.
Yep. That was the silver one, right, with the orange check, or no?
No, that was the all purple. Had like that.
Yes, thank you. The
with
purple,
the orange,
like the contrasting like midsole and everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
It had like a little bit of cracking or something.
Yeah.
But yeah, so as far as that, so that's gonna be my. And I'm sorry for keeping it within those 2 years, but those are really the only ones that actually stand out.
I was gonna say no. That was like the golden era for Nike basketball. Absolutely.
All right. So now we kind of switched it up a little bit. So go ahead, sir, with your 5.
Okay. First question: do retros count?
Anything if it's an all-star.
Okay, so my first one, obviously, I won't say obviously, KD4 Galaxy.
Okay.
One of my favorite shoes of all time. The KD4 itself, the KD4 and the Concord 11, one of the first releases, whatever that was, 2011. Like that era is like that's when I first got into sneakers.
Okay.
So like nostalgic value, like the Concord and KD4 Galaxy are always being like my 2 favorite shoes.
Okay.
It's like I remember being the guy that didn't know anything about shoes. Like I walked into Art Fair Mall the day after those released. I was like, yo, do you guys have these shoes? And they were like, no, of course we don't have those shoes. And I didn't know because I was a new guy on the block.
Right.
But absolutely one of my favorite shoes, the KD4 silhouette too, that I think a lot of people universally accept that's the best silhouette he's ever made. I think KD has even said that. Especially too with those being, the price on those was like $90. Yeah. That was absurd. But yeah, I was a huge fan of those. I had a couple pairs that I beat up playing in high school. I remember a creamsicle pair that was beat the absolute hell out of.
The orange pair.
Yeah, beat the absolute hell out of those. So that's number 1, far and away, league of its own. I'm trying to think here. Retro releases. If we're going actual all-star themed shoes, like Jordan 11 Columbia. The shoe that's
a good one.
Shoe that Mike wore in the '96
That's a good
All-Star
one.
Game. So we've talked about I'm not a huge fan of white shoes, but I have the Legend Blue 11s because A, classic shoe. B, I'm a Carolina fan, so I'll take anything University Blue that I can get.
I got you.
So I was probably number 2. What else? LeBron 7 All-Star.
Okay.
One of my favorite LeBrons ever released. So when those released, I was all over those.
Yep.
Trying to be original, not just take all the Big Bang and Area 72 ones because that'd be easy. Just go Foamposite, Big Bang.
You know what? Actually, I'm gonna adjust my list. I'm taking out the Air Force Ones and I'm putting in the LeBron 7.
Yeah. Good call. The All-Star LeBron 8s were kind of boring. Just black and blue matched uniform. The 9s, obviously the Big Bangs. I like orange shoes. Trying to go bitch. We're trying to think of retros that came
I was
out.
trying to as well. I just didn't want to.
Like I got those 3s that came out last weekend, last year. I mean, but like those weren't super hot. But like red 3s are still. I was a big fan of red 3s. So.
But, well, I mean, if you like them, though, put them on the list.
Dang, I don't want to be boring. That's like honorable mention. I'll go with honorable mention with the Chicago in the back, the shot in the back.
Okay, so then my honorable mention will be the Jordan 1 All Star.
The like iridescent pair.
Yep.
Got you. Okay.
That's gonna be my honorable mention pair.
Gotta pick the Kobe. Man. These are All-Star Kobe's. His 10s were boring. All-Star Kobe 11.
I mean, the Galaxy Kobe's weren't that bad.
Oh, I have All-Star Kobe 11s. I gotta go with those. His last All-Star game shoe he played in. So
which ones were those?
The black and like mint.
Oh, yeah. That's
that
right.
wasn't the greatest year for All-Star game shoes, but his, just for nostalgic purposes, that being the last one he played in, I like those a lot. Those are one of my favorite 11s. So I have those. That was the year too. They made an All-Star game shoe for Kyrie. They didn't make the All-Star team, so they couldn't sell it. They just sent it straight to outlets.
That was the yellow one, right?
Fun fact, yeah, it was Kyrie too.
Yep, we had at the store that I was working at the time. We actually got those in.
Yeah,
and I actually liked them.
Yeah, I didn't mind them.
And then because it had all the patches and stuff on it.
Yeah.
By the way, the what is it called? The Mardi Gras pack? Not the Mardi Gras pack. man, with the LeBron 11.
Yeah, the Gumbo League.
Gumbo League. That's
Gumbo
it.
League.
That's it. That's an underrated. A lot of those things in there are underrated.
I like the 9s in there a lot, but I can't do the high top 9s personally. Just like I would just hoop in those.
I liked a lot the whatchamacallit, the LeBron pair.
The 11s, yeah.
Yeah.
That was one of the better 11s for sure.
The as far as the model goes, I did not care for the shoe.
Yeah.
But the model though, the model with the all purple and all.
Yeah, with going dark on there also.
It was dope.
That was one of the best pairs for sure.
Mm-hmm.
Bam, that's my fifth.
What you got?
Black Cement 3s, man. I can't believe I didn't even think of that originally because I was thinking the dunk contest from that year when he wore the white cement 3s. But in the All-Star game, he played in the black cement 3s.
Oh, wait, what?
So if that counts, I'm going to go with those because that's actually my favorite Jordan behind the Concord is the black cement 3s.
Oh.
It's tough thinking about those retros because like a lot of the retros too, like he's had a good run. Obviously, like the Bordeaux 7s were crazy.
Right.
Aqua 8s, as far as 8s go, I'm not an 8s guy, but that's like one of the better 8 colorways.
Right.
He didn't play in the 10s or the 9s in the All-Star game that year, but like stuff like that. So Legend Blue 11s, Black Cement 3s, KD 4s.
I'm gonna have to amend the Jordan 3 cement or black cement. That's gonna be my number 0.
There, yeah, that's like top of the list.
Yeah,
top of the
that's
list.
my number 0.
So I'm gonna do those, and then LeBron 7 coming at 4, and then my 5th one. I actually only like Kobe 11. I don't know, was that really his best All-Star shoe? I don't think it was, man.
I still like if you're gonna go Kobe, my favorite Kobe as far as All-Star goes is the Galaxy.
Is the Galaxies?
That's just
what are you playing?
But the 7s are whack.
Even the 5s. Because the 6s, they're gonna drop those. The Pro chose the All-Star game.
What
Kobe 5 All-Stars. What were those? I forget. Because those are probably gonna be a number 5 without even looking what they are. I'm probably gonna see them and be like, that's right, those were incredible. Oh yeah.
Oh, it's just like another red one, kind of like the 6s.
Yeah. What about the 4s? Let me make sure I'm doing my due diligence here. Sorry guys, I promise I'm a good Kobe historian. A lot of them run together.
I mean, but they came. I mean, around that time though was when they started doing all of the packs and the names were heavy.
Yeah, I remember the 6, the actual All-Star 6. Like the better one from that pack was the Orange County 6.
Right.
That wasn't like the red and black one is still fine, but like the Orange County 6 is crazy.
Right.
So, okay, I'll probably say then that'll be my 5th. I'm going with the Kobe. I'm going to go with the Kobe 5 All-Star.
Okay.
The all predominantly red, like infrared, looks like pair on there.
Okay, so one more time, give me a list.
Okay, so won't be in order, but the 5 of them, KD 4, my favorite shoe of all time, KD 4 All-Star. Right?
Okay.
Jordan 11 Legend Blue, Jordan 3 Black Cement, my favorite retro behind the Concord, retro 3 Black Cement. LeBron 7 All-Star, probably my favorite LeBron 7 colorway because the 7 is also, in my opinion, LeBron's best shoe. And then 5, I got to throw Kobe in there, so I'm going to go with Kobe 5 All-Star, which probably won't see a wide release because it wasn't very hyped up. But yeah, and then honorable mention, I don't remember what I said my honorable mention was.
I don't remember either.
I don't need it. Kobe 11 All-Star. We'll go with that.
Well, I still have it, so it'll be up on the screen so people can see what your honorable mention was.
There we go.
So mine was number 0, Black Cement 3. Number 1, Foamposite.
Yep.
Galaxy Foam.
Galaxy, right.
Number 2, Soul Collector, Galaxy Rookies.
Yep.
Number 3, 3A, 3B is LeBron 9 Big Bang, KD 4.
Right.
Number 5 was number 4 was the Bark Deposit.
Mm-hmm.
And number 5 was, I'm trying to remember what it was, because I switched it out for the All-Star.
The Lunar Force.
I switched it out for that. I took that out and put the
Oh man, I forgot to.
Well, you guys can see it on the list.
This is what happens when we freestyle.
Yeah, it's what happens exactly. So it happens when you freestyle.
Oh, honorable mention too, Jordan 3 Chicago from last year.
Okay.
I know I'm contradicting myself again. Not a classic retro, but I mean it's red. It's a bolt colorway, and it's on a 3. You can't really go wrong with red Jordans to begin with. It's hard to mess that up.
And my All-Star was, or my honorable mention was the Jordan 1 All-Star.
That's right.
I'm gonna freaking have sneakers all over the place.
Iridescent, yeah. I mean, All-Star Weekend's a great year for sneakers, man. So a lot of them just run together.
They really do.
Yeah.
But you went back because you said a retro, but you went back to the original. Like way back in the
ones
day.
he was playing in the All-Star game.
Right.
Like the black cement. A lot of people know the white cement's dunk contest.
Right.
Black cement, he was hooping.
Yeah, it's facts.
Yeah.
All right, so okay, so my soapbox topic for today is people driving on the freeway. Y'all need to get your head out of your asses, or let me rephrase that: get your head out of your phones, pay attention to the road, and have some common decency for people and for yourself. If people got their blink on, so I can only speak for me. So I'm a very I'm a courteous driver for the most part, right? Yeah. And then unless you do something that's gonna irritate me, then I'm gonna cut you off and I'm gonna be an asshole.
Right.
So I use my blinker, and I put my blinker on way in advance to let people know that I'm coming over. I don't put it on and then move.
Sure.
I put it on, let it blink for 5 seconds,
right,
and then I go over. Let people know, hey, slow down, I'm coming in.
Right.
People want to speed up.
Yeah, when they see the blinker, that means go fast.
No, it don't, man. Y'all need to chill and stop with all that. I'm putting on my blinker to let you know, hey, slow down or something, or you get over me, I'm coming over. Don't try and speed up, cut me off, because I'm already going at my pace. That's how accidents happen.
Right. No, that almost happened to me yesterday on my way to work. There was a construction going on. I had to merge. And, there was literally, the lane was literally closing. I turned my blinker on because I'm like, yo, when it's closing, I got to go over. And the dude behind me, sped up and, wouldn't let me in. And I was like, you see, I have nowhere to go.
Right.
But
letting in one person is definitely not going to stall you long enough for it to have a major effect on anything that you're doing.
Yeah.
Let the person in. Now, obviously, follow the rules of the road to where one in, one out, one in, one out. So don't just park and just let everybody fucking go.
Right.
So that's my whole soapbox, man. Is be courteous drivers. Y'all killing me out there, and get off your phone. I've mentioned this before. Get off of the phone.
Yeah, get a phone mount.
But I can see people, and even on the phone mount, I see people watching movies on their phone on the freeway.
Watching movies?
On the freeway, or the news, or YouTube, or something. They watching it. They watching it on the freeway.
Bro, I do
And it's 100% facts. Big facts, because I can see it while I'm driving, and I can see that phone because it's super early in the morning, so it's clear as day. I can see what's on there.
Right.
Exactly, because it's bright.
I know. I've never seen anybody drive a movie, but I knew I had to reevaluate some things. Long time ago, years ago, there's a girl I was dating, and we were driving back after we went on an out of town trip, and she drove, which shouldn't have let her do. Anyways, she drove. We're coming back. We're on the freeway. Not a lot of cars on the freeway. Middle of the day, I think, and pulls out her phone and starts reading Twitter. I was like, "What the hell are you doing?" She's like, "Oh, we're just cruising on the freeway. I'm just going straight." And I'm like, "Get off your phone."
Well, okay.
And she's like, "I'm bored," and she's trying to read tweets while we're driving on the freeway, and I'm like, "Bruh, are you dumb?"
Okay, well, let me ask this.
I say all to say it didn't last very long after that. Sorry.
Let me ask this: were there other cars on the road?
Yes.
Okay.
Yes.
Never mind.
It wasn't bumper to bumper traffic, but
right.
It wasn't completely empty either. It was probably, I would say, just middle of the day, people here and there commuting. So we wasn't crowded, but I was still just yo, what are you doing?
Right. Okay. See, now, if it's an open road, I'm okay with pulling out the phone. Don't watch a movie, but I'm okay with pulling out the phone.
Yeah.
You know what I mean, and checking a little bit.
Yeah.
Let's call it what it is with the people of today's age, right?
Yeah.
So exactly, it happens. So let's be realistic about it. But when you're in traffic and people are moving, and it's not necessarily you can have great peripheral vision and be able to see the car in front of you.
It's not about you.
It's about the stupid people who just cut you off.
Yep.
Or the motorcycle.
Right.
And my father drives a motorcycle. Listen, people on motorcycles need to figure something out.
Man.
Stop doing crazy shit, and crazy shit won't happen to you.
Man.
Because now it's not just the motorcycle people's fault, though. It's the car's fault, too.
Yeah, absolutely.
It all goes back to my whole soapbox point, though. Be a courteous driver. Just be courteous, man.
Yeah.
Or natural selection is going to take over. I'm just going to put that out there.
Yeah, that's a fair point.
All right. What's your soapbox topic? Okay. Oh, got a little bit of thigh meat.
A little bit of thigh meat? Here. Just here.
There you go.
Good?
Yep.
All right. My soapbox, common one for me, being at the gym with headphones and people trying to talk to you. I think this is the craziest thing that's ever happened to me at the gym today.
Today? What gym you go to that's open? Outside or inside?
Outside.
Okay, never mind.
Yeah. I think it's the craziest thing that's ever happened to me at the gym is I'm outside lifting, doing my thing. I'm on the squat rack. Squat rack. And this dude comes up next to me. And he's like right next to me, like in between sets, and I was just like, "The fuck do you want now, right?"
Right.
And he's like, "Sorry, man. I'm just like making a fool of myself." I was like, in my head, I'm like, "Yeah, clearly you can't know." I'm like, "I'm working, bro." But this is what he said, man. Listen, and I'm even trying to watch him work out because, like, I seen how the corner of my eye, like, there's people just do stupid stuff at the gym. You're like, how does that benefit you? He was one of those guys. I'm like, what the hell are you doing? But like, I want to try and pay attention to it because I'm here to like do my own thing.
Right.
So he comes up to me, like, hey man, I'm making a fool of myself. I brought my backpack. I put weights in my backpack because I was crawling on the ground with weights in my backpack, and I tied it across the front, and now I can't get it untied. Can you try and untie it for me? You guys can't see his face, but that's the same face I made. I was like, huh? So I tried, like, I was courteous, and I'd be like, I'm not trying to be, like, a dick, but, like, I didn't have a mask on either, but, like, I'm really cautious, like, dude coming up to me without a mask, he's, like, literally within, like, a foot of me, like, I'm in arm's length, I'm trying to untie his backpack, and he's just, like, in my face, like, yo, man, can you please do this for me? And I was just like, why me, first of all?
Are you supposed to say no?
Yeah, that's the thing, what we do, just be like, no, get up out of here. Right. You know what I mean? But, like, I was trying to be cool. Like, I wasn't even trying. Like, I would look like I was trying, but I was just like, oh, man, like, I got big hands. Like, you might want to get a girl with, like, smaller fingers. Like, it just isn't working for me. And finally, I was just like, yo, what? Like, nah, I'm sorry, man. I can't get it. And then, within 5 seconds, he's just like, all right, man, it's cool. I'll ask somebody else. Within 5 seconds, he unties it himself. I'm like, okay, so what was the point of this?
Maybe you loosened it up.
Maybe. I don't know. I don't know, man. I don't take that credit. I don't know. But I was just like, the whole time, I'm just like, I'm a very antisocial guy to begin with. I don't like being bothered or out in public to begin with. But if I got headphones in at the gym, please do not try and start a conversation with me. Right. Definitely don't come up to me and say, can you please untie my backpack that I tied too tight because I was messing around too much. Please. But yes, that's the broader point. Is if anybody's headphones in or out in public, that's like the universal do not speak to me sign.
If both ears are covered, that is the universal don't
both ears, absolutely.
If one ear is uncovered, that means that they're
they're trying to be alert. But like I used to do, like I got around that. I used to walk around campus at school, like both headphones in, no music playing. Right. Just so they don't say, hey, can you sign up for my club? Yo, can you sign up for petition? Right, yo, have you voted? I don't know.
Yeah, that should be the universal sign.
Yeah, absolutely.
The sign. If both headphones are in, I won't talk.
But I think that's the craziest thing that's ever happened to me today.
That's pretty crazy.
Yeah.
That is pretty crazy. Well, all right. Well, so that's all I got for today. You got anything you want to add?
No, man. That was it.
Cool.
I think we covered a lot of things for sure.
We did. We definitely made up for the lost tapes.
Absolutely.
The lost tapes. Yeah. Take one.
Yeah.
This one I think went a little bit better.
Actually, wait, real quick, while I'm thinking about it. I know it's way late. Heat, sleep, or not? Jordan 3, Georgetown.
Hella heat.
Okay, that's what I figured.
Hella heat. I'm wearing a Yankee hat right now.
I know. Because I actually think of those as Yankee 3s as opposed to Georgetown 3s.
Facts.
So
big facts.
Yeah.
So I absolutely need those.
Yeah.
I wear a lot of blue because like I love red.
Yeah.
But I wear a lot of blue because blue is it's a very normal color.
Yeah.
So I wear it a lot.
Sure.
So those ones I would like to get 2 pairs.
Absolutely.
I would like to get 2.
Yeah.
Because those ones I would rock the hell out of.
Yeah.
I can't wait. But I'm taking out the white laces though.
Yeah, no, I would.
I'm putting gray laces.
Yeah, absolutely.
I'm putting gray laces.
Yeah.
I can't do the white laces.
Yeah.
So I'm glad you asked that.
Yeah.
That's hella heat.
I just thought of that. It doesn't drop this weekend, so.
Yeah, that's so much heat to me.
Yeah, absolutely.
All right. Well, that's all I got. So from Sneakers and Up, we appreciate Jeremy coming in.
Sir.
Appreciate everybody listening, liking, subscribe. If you stayed with us long enough during our little pandemic that we just have not been posting, I appreciate you guys for still being around, still holding on strong. I'm going to try and get back into it, I promise. Just been very busy with personal life right now. Personal and professional life. Just been a very busy guy. And new video games came out, so.
Oh, well. You got to do what you got to do, man.
It is what it is, right? But that's all I got. You got anything for him?
Nah, man, that's it. Appreciate you having me.
Yes, sir. All right. So everyone have a good one. Peace, and we out.